Let's look ahead to this weekend. Showdown is upon us Saturday afternoon at Adelaide Oval, and for all the build-up, Tom Wilson is in Adelaide with the latest. Tom, it's always a massive week in Adelaide.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Tom. And the teams have come on differing angles, although they both played reasonably well. Port Adelaide are coming off a win. They really didn't get going until the final quarter when they sort of showed the run that they used to have in 2014. So it'll be interesting to see if they've adapted well to those 90 rotations this week. And the Crows, well, they certainly did enough, you would have thought, to get over the line against North Melbourne, but North Melbourne just came home too strong. So coming in from differing angles, but it's always an important game. And realistically, the way to stop Port Adelaide is their forward line. We saw Robbie Gray, he had 26 possessions and 4 goals on the weekend. And Chad Wingard, another All-Australian, he had 21 possessions and 3 goals. And we spoke to Luke Brown, a Crows defender, and he talked about the daunting task of trying to stop those two pocket dynamos.
Yeah, they're great players. You just have to be aware of their positioning on the ground at all times, because they can change the game in a couple of seconds. All it takes is a good shot at goal and on the boundary, and you can't give them any time and space. So I guess you've got to be wary of them at all times, and it's more of a team defence thing. If even Daniel Talia might find himself in matchups like that during the game, and if he can get it done and help us out, that'll be fantastic.
Well, Tom, every showdown is important, but really the Crows need to win the games at home because they've got a really tough draw ahead, don't they?
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Tom. I mean, this week they've obviously got Port Adelaide, then they go to Melbourne to face Richmond, then they're back here to face Sydney, and we saw how good the Swans were against Collingwood. Then after that, just listen to this. They've got Hawthorn, Fremantle, Western Bulldogs, and then Paddy Dangerfield's homecoming per se here at Adelaide Oval in round 8. So they've really got to win those home games so that they can try and get through maybe 3 and 5, 4 and 4 to be competitive for the latter half of the season. So it's certainly a daunting task, but we saw the signs that they can return to the finals this season. Their forward line was firing against the Kangaroos, most notably Josh Jenkins. He kicked 5 goals. They've really just got to get their back line and their team defence sorted through the midfield, and they'll be very hard to beat here on Saturday.
Showdown's always those special games where anything can happen, and it doesn't really matter where you are on the ladder. You could be anywhere, top versus bottom, and it'll still be a good game. So we know it's going to be hot, contested footy, and we're looking forward to trying to get a big score and trying to stop them scoring a bit more this week.
Tom, just finally, is everyone going to be fit for the weekend?
Well, we definitely know that Matt White, the hard-running midfielder from Port Adelaide, he won't be there, which is sad news for the Power. He missed a lot of last season through injury. He suffered an innocuous pec injury. It was a really strange one. It didn't look like it would do too much damage, but he seemed to know straight away that he was in trouble. At the low end, he's going to be out for 4 weeks, but at the top end, he could miss half of the year. So Port have got him in for scans, and we should have the final results of those tomorrow morning. And for the Crows, well, skipper Taylor Walker, he was in a moon boot after their match against North Melbourne, but the club says it was definitely precautionary and he will be right to line up on Saturday.